what's going on YouTube. So I just had this crazy story that I was thinking about, and I just felt like it was something I needed to share because a lot of people don't know about this, and they kind of tend to like follow trends, and like for some people that's cool. Like if you want to follow trends and do what everybody else is doing, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. But I did notice some secrets that I learned. I want to say it was like before I was coming to college, and for some reason it was around that time, but it was in regards to social media and just technology as a whole. So we take it back all the way to 2018, so in the summer. So for some reason, I don't know why, like I just had the idea. It might have been like a challenge that I saw online, like where somebody said get rid of social media for like about a week. I know I didn't do longer than a week. I think it was like a solid week to week and a half. And they just gave me that idea of getting rid of it because it was something that I used the most. Like that was like the main thing. It was social media. Yeah, that was what I would be using. I wouldn't even really like watch TV. It would just be using like Instagram and Snapchat and all these like social media things that we have. So basically I started. So the first thing I deleted was Instagram. So I took off Instagram, Snapchat, like the main two that I was using that were like draining my time and my energy. So took those two off. YouTube I would keep, and like some other smaller apps I would keep, and of course like TV I would keep just to keep updated with the news and stuff and what's going on. But the point of it was to take away at least two things that I felt were really, really like draining and that I used like 90% of the time. So I took those two out. I took out Instagram and Snapchat, and I would pretty much just like plan out the day. So just try to like knock out as many tasks as I could throughout the day. And then I would get up early and do it. So the first thing I would do would be I would wake up at like probably 7, work out, come back, take a shower, eat, and then after that I would like start running errands. So if I had to go to like stores or something or buy stuff I needed to buy, and I would set certain goals. So I would like study language sometimes throughout the day. Make sure that like I'm learning how to cook because this was before I went to college, so I didn't really know how to cook prior to that. So make sure I practice cooking and just practicing skills, and take some time out to like walk during the day and to get some sunlight. And I would do all of this, and then I would come back, and it would only be about like maybe 10, 11 o'clock, not even 10, but around like 11, 12 o'clock noon. And I would just be like, whoa, like the whole day is like still, left. Like the whole day is still left. Like I have like so many hours until I have to go to bed, because at the time I was going to bed around like 10, 11. So I would have like a whole 10 hours, just to do nothing. So in a nutshell, I think the first lesson was that you notice that you're just able to knock out more when you take out a lot of distractions. And in the past, like I wasn't able to do that. Like I will be multitasking, so you get work done slower, and then the next thing you know, it's time to go to bed, and you didn't really get to knock out everything because you spent so much time like multitasking between different things you had to get done that day. So after that, usually I think I would probably just be relaxing because I couldn't use what I used the most. So that's when I started like learning more skills like driving, and just learning more about myself, and just spending time even meditating because there was nothing else to do. So that leads me into the second benefit. So the second one was that I started reading more. That's something I haven't done in the past year and a half because I just haven't had time, and it was a thing that I did at the time just to pass time away because I was bored. So I read about, I think it was like maybe 6 books. It was a good amount. And I was just in a fired up mood that summer. But I read a lot of books, got a lot of information, and it really makes you just learn how to tackle tasks that you have. You take them on little by little. So every day I would do around maybe 30 pages, and I would read probably for about like probably 30 to 40 minutes, and that would be it for the whole day. So read for about 30 minutes, and the good thing about it is that it puts you, I don't know about other people, but it puts me in a meditative state. So it's similar to meditating because I'm focusing on one thing at a time, And a lot of people don't really get to do that, like subconsciously, because we have phones that make us multitask and we're constantly like shifting from different things. So when you set time to do one thing at one given time, it does put you in a meditative state, which is where we're supposed to be, because naturally we should be, living in the moment and focusing on one thing at a time, because over time constantly multitasking leads to a lot of other issues with focusing. So that really helped me a lot mentally. So that was the second thing. And then going on to number 3, that was in regards to the time and how the day would feel. So in a nutshell, like I would be done with everything by 12, and then I would do other stuff like read for like a couple of hours and then meditate again and just relax. And the day would just go by so slow. So the goal after, I think, like the second day, it was to take away my phone. So I would actually like set aside time. So I would say like I'm not gonna touch my phone until like this time. So I'm not gonna touch my phone until like maybe like I would finish everything by 12, and I would say I'll spend like 3 hours off my phone and not get back on until maybe 3-4 p.m. Like when it's time to eat again. So that would be boring because time would really, really slow down. And I think that's why people kind of tend to notice why time goes faster, is because we have technology. And I can attest to it, because after a while I started noticing like, why is time like slowing down? Like why? It wasn't even really boredom. It wasn't like I was just sitting on bed like staring at the ceiling, but like even when I was doing other stuff like walking around or even like talking to people, like I would look back at the clock and it would be like 2:15 and I already did like 3 things. So that was another benefit, that time really slows down. So if you ever really want to see the difference and see how time doesn't move faster, it's just that we do more in a day because of technology, definitely try my challenge. Definitely try to say, I'm gonna take a break off of social media for at least 7 full days, delete the apps, and tell people that you're doing it. So if they want to contact you, tell them to just text you. And the proof is that when I downloaded the apps again, I didn't miss much. After a week, you're not gonna miss that much, and you're really not missing out. So that's pretty much that was all the benefits that I received in a nutshell. So that's what I challenge you guys to do this week: to delete social media for at least 1 full week. Try at least 7 days. If you can't do 7, like in high school, I couldn't do 7 because I was addicted to it. So just do at least 5. Do a full work week and see. So delete it Sunday evening and then re-download it probably Friday evening after work or after whatever you have, if you have school or something. And I really challenge you to try to take on this challenge and try to actually see if you can get through, if you can actually survive without it. And the point of it isn't just social media. It's just to get rid of toxic habits and things that suck your time. So that's how you really tell how strong you are. So like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next video.